Hello, this is Cho of the Shiny Colors Discord, and today we're going to talk about one of the new features added to Shiny Colors. Now, you're probably wondering why this started off with a gacha pull, and that's because this is tied to the current rewards in Masters Fest and this particular mechanic, and this is foils. So, foils are a way to upgrade technically any SSR available, whether that be for produce or support for any character. That said, the upgrade itself is not particularly strong and is meant to be more of a visual update to a bunch of cards. Some of the things that you can get in here are a lot of various items. As we see, we can get coins, you can get healing items, books, notebooks, tickets, but most importantly, you get these guys. You need 500 of them to guarantee a foil of a character that you want specifically. As I was editing this, I realized I did not mention that you can technically just get the card in question for a character in the gacha pull. So you could, in theory, if you pull on, say, Mono, get any of Mono's SSRs from that 10 pull, so that you don't have to get the 500 tickets. But the likelihood of it is relatively low, and so those ticket pieces are the most consistent way you're going to get them. Anyway, back to me from the past. So you're going to need to gather up a lot, and that means you're going to have to probably participate in a lot of events, and currently, with the only way of getting these being Masters Fest, it means you're going to have to really dig down and learn how to do well in Grade Fest in order to access this. Now, as for what it looks like, we can get an idea from the gacha banner. Here, we can see some of the examples of the foil effect. As you can see, the borders get a rainbow effect going on with them, but otherwise it's not really changing the card art, just adding that little extra to it. Now, you can get foils for both produce and support SSRs, and it happens to also show you how many of these characters, or rather, how many cards each character has to be foiled currently. And if we hit this button down here, it gives you a small tutorial as to what they kind of look like. So as you can see, you can foil a Twicolate Produce card, you can foil your My Songs Collections cards, you can foil standard SSRs, so on and so forth. When you foil them, all they will simply get, if we check this out, so you can see all of the mono options and all of the things that you can get in individual gachas. Because when you pull on this banner, you can pick the character, and it'll then show you all of the things that you can potentially get as a result. So our tickets are down here, you have your supports, and you have your produce. The overall buff is just a +5 to the base stats of the card. That's it. A +5 to their vocal, dance, and visual. I feel like this system was really only implemented like other gacha games before it, where they don't really have a great idea to get people to keep playing just a little bit more, so they add this tiny little bump in the road so that your strongest card is now actually not at its strongest. You just get that little 1% nudge up. But because you want number to go up, you gotta get it. Now, personally speaking, I don't really care for this mechanic all that much. I think 500 tickets is a little too expensive in order to get the foil that you want. I also just think that it being such an insignificant buff and kind of making the cards a little uglier is not exactly ideal, but it is what it is. That's more or less all you really need to know. I've had some people ask what's going on with this, so I figured making a quick video on it would be worth it. So just understand that it is a gacha system within the gacha that is seemingly tied to events in order to get these tickets that you can convert into foil versions of cards that you have. It makes them a little bit uglier, but it puts a little rainbow sheen on the card. It changes their thumbnail, which I think is actually kind of nice in contrast, as it's very clear what you've done with the foiling, and it gives them a tiny little bump to their stats. Next time, I guess we'll keep an eye out for any future updates that change up the game a little bit. Till then, I've been Cho, thanks for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day.